Hello dear children, welcome to science lecture. Children, you all know the earth is the third planet in our solar system. It is the only known planet that has life on it. It has water, air and sunlight. And this helps the plants, animals and the human beings to live on it. Do you know our Earth is known as a blue planet? Why the Earth is called a blue planet? Because our Earth consists of land, water and air and most of the Earth's surface. Nearly about 70% of the Earth's surface is covered with water, so our Earth is called a blue planet. So children, let us study more about the Earth in this chapter. Here we begin with our science chapter number 16, Earth. Let's see the main points we are going to cover under this chapter. How was Earth formed? Shape of the Earth. Movements of the Earth. Rotation and revolution. Now children, first let's have a look on the scientific terms from this chapter. Axis. An imaginary line that runs from the North Pole to the South Pole and around which the Earth spins. Orbit. Fixed path on which a planet revolves around the Sun. Now children, let's move on the main content. So first we'll study about our Earth. Children, the Earth is our home and it is the planet that we live on. Our Earth is a very special planet. There are many things that make Earth unique among the planets of the solar system. So, let's study the things that make our Earth unique among all the planets. Children, Earth is the only planet that is known to contain life. Earth has water in liquid form that is necessary for survival of living things. Then Earth has a thick layer of the air around it, which is called atmosphere. It forms protective layer keeping the planet warm and protect it from the sun's harmful radiations. Plants, animals and we human beings need oxygen to live. Now let's see how was Earth formed. Children, the Earth is thought to have been formed about 4.6 billion years ago by collisions in a disc-shaped cloud of material that also formed the Sun. Children, Planet Earth was formed about 4.6 billion years ago. It was a very big hot ball of gases and rocks when it was formed. Life did not exist on planet Earth at that time. Then scientists also have done a lot of research to find out how the Earth was formed. In the beginning, as I said, the Earth was very hot and it was surrounded by many hot gases. It took millions of years for it to cool down. The hot gases then turned into clouds. These clouds cause rain. Then the rainwater collected on the ground and formed oceans. Hence, the temperature of the earth became stable, and due to these conditions, life began to appear on the earth. Children, scientists also believe that the life on the earth first appeared in water and then on land. Understood? Now, the next topic, that is shape of the earth. Children, the earth is said to be oblate spheroid in shape. It is a bit flattened out at the north and south poles and bulges a little at the equator. Children, in earlier times, people believed that the shape of the earth was flat. Then some sailors took off a journey to reach the edge of the earth. They traveled long distances but reached at the same point from where they had started. This could be possible only when the path covered by them was round. So, they said that the earth was not flat but round in shape. The photographs taken from space have proven that the earth is indeed round. So, children, we can say here now that earth is oblate spheroid in shape. Okay, and it is little bit flattened out at the north and south poles, and bulges means swollen a little at the equator. Next topic is movements of the earth. Children, rotation and revolution are the two movements of the earth. The earth appears still to us. However, it is moving all the time. It shows two kinds of movements: rotation and revolution. Now, first let us see. Rotation causes day and night. The first movement, that is rotation, and due to this rotation, day and night are caused. See, earth has an axis that it rotates on. Axis is an imaginary line runs from the north pole to the south pole. Children, the earth moves like a spinning top. It spins around an imaginary line that passes through the North Pole and the South Pole. This imaginary line passes through the center of the Earth, and this line is called as the axis. The spinning of the Earth on its axis is called rotation. The Earth spins from west to east and its axis is slightly tilted. Okay? And when the Earth spins around its axis, for completing one rotation around its axis, it takes 24 hours, means one complete day. Then while spinning, the places that faces the sun have a day, and the places not facing the sun have night. As the earth spins continuously, the change from day to night and back again also goes on and on. See children, you can see in this picture here, the earth is moving around or spinning around its axis. And when it spins, that time the places that are facing the sun have day, and the places that are not facing the sun have night. And since the earth is spinning continuously, the change from the day to night back again also goes on and on. Understood? The earth spins around its axis, and this movement of the earth is called as a rotation. And for spinning around its axis, the earth takes 24 hours, means one complete day. And while spinning, whatever places that are facing the sun have a day, and the places at the back, means they are not facing the sun, have night. And since the earth is spinning continuously, the change from day to night and back again goes on continuously, and thus rotation causes day and night. Understood? The rotation of the earth causes day and night. Understood all of you? Now let's study about the next movement of the earth, that is revolution. Children, all the planets revolve or travel around the sun. Each planet has its own pathway, and this pathway is called as its orbit. Earth is also a planet. So, our Earth also moves in its own orbit around the sun. And this movement is called the revolution of the Earth around the sun. Children, while rotating on its axis, the Earth also moves around the sun. When Earth rotates around itself, it also moves around the sun. And this movement of the earth in an orbit is called revolution. Understood? And the earth takes about 365 1/4 days to complete one revolution. And this period is called a year. Understood all of you? Children, when earth moves around or rotating on its axis, it also moves around the sun. And this movement of the earth in an orbit means when the earth moves around the sun in its own orbit or pathway, that movement is called the revolution of the earth around the sun. And for completing one revolution, earth takes 365 1/4 days to make one complete orbit or one complete orbit around the sun. See children, while orbiting the earth tilts slightly to one side. You can see here the earth is orbiting around the sun here, and if we look, the earth is slightly tilted here to one side. You can see here the earth is slightly tilted to one side, and this tilted axis and yearly orbiting causes variation in the amount of heat at different locations, and this causes the different seasons. Children, the revolution of the earth around the sun and the tilt on its axis cause the change of seasons. And then we experience summer, winter, spring and autumn season depending on the amount of the heat that is get to different times of the year. The part of the earth that is tilted towards the sun. You can see here in the diagram, the part of the earth that is tilted towards the sun receives direct sunlight. Okay? And this part experiences summer season. Okay? The remaining part of the earth that is tilted away from the sun receives slanting sunlight, and this part then experiences the winter season. Understood all of you? So this is how the changes in the seasons are caused because of the revolution of the earth. Understood? Now let's see the question answers from this chapter. For this, open page number 119 of your science textbook. Let's see the first question. What is the shape of the earth? The earth is said to be oblate spheroid in shape. It is a bit flattened out at the north and south poles and bulges a little at the equator. Next question. How do day and night occur on Earth? Let's see the answer. The Earth spins around its axis and completes one rotation in 24 hours, causing a complete day. As it spins, some places face the sun and get light. These places have a day. The places that are not facing the sun have night. As the Earth goes on spinning continuously, the change from day to night and back again also goes on and on. The next question, what causes seasons? Answer, Earth moves in its own orbit around the sun. This movement is called the revolution of the Earth around the sun. Earth takes 365 and quarter days to make a complete orbit around the sun. While orbiting around the sun, the Earth tilts slightly to one side. The tilted axis and yearly orbiting causes the variation in the amount of heat at different locations on the Earth, causing the different seasons. So children, here we have completed our science chapter number 16, our Earth. Okay, children, from the question answers, I have cancelled one of the question. Out of 4, 3 questions are given to you. Okay, so you will copy all these question answers in your notebook.